Okay, so you are going to press OK over here. Now you have to define the grid system. I have drawn it on the whiteboard. Okay. So as you know that last time I mentioned that you have to click this custom grid spacing, second option, and you have to go to edit grid data. Got it? Yes. Everyone? So we are going to select this option here. Display grid data as the spacing, second one. Please click on the second one over here. Display grid data as the spacing. Now for x-axis we have A, B, C and D. Here in the plan view I have drawn on the board, you see that this is A, B and C, and this is the global axis 0, 0 coordinate, okay? So from A to B you have 6 meters, and B to C again you have 6 meters over here. So you are going to write over here as 6, 6. So do we have any other distance? So it means that what you are going to do, you are going to delete the last one and the C will automatically becomes 0. Again I will say that you are going to select display grid data as the spacing. Okay. Now if you see the plan I have drawn on the board, we have 3 grids over here in x-axis, A, B and C. If you select the second option, what you are going to do, you are going to type in the span length or distance. So from A to B, how much is it? 6 meters. B to C, 6 meters. Now this is the end point, so it means that beyond C grid we don't have anything, so you are going to write the last one as 0. Everyone understood? Yes. Okay. Now similarly we are going to use the same approach for the y-axis as well. In y-axis you have again how many grids? 2. You have 3 grids. So you are going to delete the last one, and we have 8 meters distance. So how in this case what you are going to do, you are going to start with the bottom one. This is 1, 2 and 3. So from 1 to 2 you have 8 meters, from 2 to 3 you have again 8 meters. Beyond 3 there is no grids available. So you are going to write the last one as 0. So input all these systems and press OK. 880. So similarly you are going to define for the story dimensions. Again click the second one, custom story data. Click on edit story data. So let us say that we have 3 stories over here. Delete the last one over here. And you have base, story. What is the meaning of base? I will draw it over here. Can you erase this part? Okay, no.
How we can delete?
Click on story 4. Right click and delete the existing story. I will show it again. Edit story data. Okay. Okay, press escape. Again, we are going to start it again. Okay. Click, for example, initially it is simple data story. Okay. Click on custom story data. Edit story data. Okay. Now forget about this color. Forget about this. Don't worry. It can be done later. So now you have by default here 4 stories. Okay? I said we are only going to design 3 story buildings. So delete the last one by right clicking it. Okay, right click over there, and you have have this delete story option and click delete existing structure, add story. Okay? So now we have base, story 1, story 2 and story 3. So for example, if I draw it over here, 1, 2 and 3. So this is story 1, story 2 and story 3, and this is what they call base. All the cumulative elevation data will be based on this 0 level, which is the base. Okay? So let us say that for the story 1 we have 3.5 meters height, and the rest you will leave it as 3 meters. Okay? So for the bottom story, story 1, it is 3.5 meters. This is 3 meters. And the last one is 12.5 meters. Sorry.
6.5.
0, 0. This is 3.5.
6.5. Next one.
6.5 and this one is 9.5. So the base is 0. Story 1 is 3.5 meters. Story 2 from base is 6.5 meters. And story 3 from base is 9.5 meters. Okay?
And where did you get that numbers? 3.5, 6.5.
I said let us say that yeah, it's given to you. Everyone got this point? Okay? Click OK.
Sir,
Yes.
for the elevation, what should we do? You have here it's a 3.5, 6.5, and 9.5. I have it here 3, 6.
So make story 1 as 3.5.
I mean,
Click OK and press OK again. Now you can see that what is the available grid data for you. Okay, so if you want to work with more visibility, what you can do, go to options in the top bar, graphic colors, display, and make it as black background. So now it is more visible to you. Okay, it is up to you if you want to work like this. It's up to you. Just I want to show how you can change the display background over here. Okay, so now what is the next step? What we are going to do?
define
Sorry,
Materials.
you have to define the materials right now. Okay. So go to define section, and now we have to define tab, material properties. Okay, so you will see here by default you have 4 material properties. Okay, you have to add a new one. Okay, so click on add new material. Here you have 4 options you are going to select. For the region you are going to select Europe. Material tag, first we are going to define the steel properties over here. So select the steel one here. Standard Euro notation, click as it is. And for the grade, it's better to start with 275 megapascal and press OK. Now here what you see that these are the main properties you are going to work with. So you have to define what? Weight per unit volume, type 77 kilonewtons per meter cube, and for the modulus of elasticity 205 gigapascal. Okay,
How much?
205 times 10 to the power 3. Type this value over here. Three zeros at the end, okay? input these values, okay? So after defining these properties, by default do not change the Poisson's ratio and thermal expansion, okay? So just you have to change this weight per unit volume and modulus of elasticity. And when you click on this design property data, what you are going to see here, what will be the minimum yield stress, 275, minimum tensile strength, all these are given to you and do not change them at all, okay? So now you are going to click OK. So here what you see that 275 steel has been defined, okay? So now the rest of the time you are going to work with. Yes. So the second thing is that you have to define what? Concrete material, right? So again, the region will be Europe. Material type this time, concrete. Again, you are going to select your notation and select C25/30. So what is the meaning of this C25/30? Characteristic strength of what and cylinder and cube, right? Okay. Now click OK. So again, you are going to do the same things. What you are going to do here is you have to define the unit weight of the concrete for British standards. So in British standard, what is given to you? 24, right? Yes. So type 24 over here. And see that what is the concrete cube compressive strength given to you. So what you are going to write over here? 25 or 30?
30.
Are you using lightweight concrete? No, no need to click that. Okay, we are using normal weight concrete. So press OK over here and you have defined your concrete materials data.
Doctor, for modulus of elasticity.
No need to change.
Leave it as it is, because why I am telling you leave it as it is, because by default it is for C25/30, right? C25 megapascal, and it is by default defined in the ETAs, okay? So do not change anything. So it's better to delete the rest of these by default materials. So sorry, is there any problem with it?
Refused to delete the original.
So now, sorry.
It's refused to delete the original one.
So press OK. So when you press OK, it means that you have defined your materials properties. Okay. So the next step that is better to save your model. Okay. Better to save. Always save your model after each step. So after defining the materials, it is better to save the model, okay? And after defining critical parameters, you have to save your model so that if something happens with the program, it terminates it, even with every model, so you have this saved backup file, okay? So after defining the material properties, we have to define our section, right? So again, go to Define tab, click on Section Properties and Frame Sections, okay? So here what you are going to do, you are not going to define the properties of the sections by yourself, okay? Like remember in the class, we select from part 3. For example, if you are going to select one particular beam section, you are also going to select the properties, right? Like what is the moment of inertia of that particular section, what is the width of that section, what is the depth of the section, these things. These are the parameters which are well defined by the it has, okay? It's already included in the software package, okay? So here you are going to import these data, not you are going to input these data, okay? So you have to import new properties. Select steel eye wide flange section and click the first one, the first option. Okay? Click on the steel eye section. First of all, what you are going to do here is that you are going to see that what type of default material section is given. Here be careful. See, this is not the section we are looking for, material, okay? We are going to select the one which we have defined by ourselves, okay? So, click on default material for section and select S275, okay? Everyone got it? If you see that when you open this tab, by default it was another material. It was for steel reinforcement, okay? We have to select the one which we defined by ourselves, named with S275, okay? So click on default material for section, select S275. Now we are going to select multiple sections, okay? So let us start with 305 by 127 by 40 and select 4 of them from here, from the bottom one. How you are going to select multiple properties?
All of 305?
No, not all of them.
Which?
Okay, select all of you. Later on we can select the ones which I am going to tell you. So select from the last 305. How you are going to select multiple section? You are going to click on it and do not release the button. Select 4 of them and then release your mouse, okay? And press OK.
We will select all 305?
For you, select all of them, okay?
All.
Yes.
Then after select, okay?
And go to scroll down. No, not too much. Okay, stop here. Click on this one and click. Let's select the other ones so that, for example, if the design capacity doesn't satisfy for these sections, instead of going back, deleting the sections and start over again, we can just choose from that tab I showed you last week.
Yes.
Another section. So let us import other sections as well. Import new properties. So click on the eye shape. And let us say that this time you are going to select UKB 356. And I am going to select 4 of these sections and press OK. Now if you see that I have selected 6 universal beam sections, okay? For 305 and 356. So after importing the properties for the beam sections, what we are going to do? Anyone? After importing the data for the beam sections, what we are going to do? We have to import the properties for the column sections as well, right? Import new properties, click on I section again, and this time you are going to select UKC, okay, universal columns. So let us select 254 section, okay? Not all. Select all of them for UKC for all for you. I'm going to select only the ones 254. Everyone got it?
All, huh?
Select all of them, but for me, I'm going to select these 4 of them, okay?
So
Select one of them for 305 and the rest 254, the last 4, okay?
Sir, wait.
Is it for steel or concrete?
Are you designing concrete here?
No, steel. Alright. So, what you mean?
Guys, listen here carefully. Import new properties. Click on I section. Go to UKC, not UKB, okay? When you go to UKC, select the, I am telling you, select the one which are 254 here.
Okay, sir, I select 2 kg. Can I be different?
It's okay. You will define two lines?
Yes.
So, what is the written here?
There is no.
So, it means that you have to search things by your own as well, okay? I have spent 2 hours last week defining same things, okay? It means that you didn't study that moment at all. So select these 4 of them, 254, and press OK. And now you should have 2 types of sections, okay? UKB and UKC. Every one of you have these sections? UKB and UKC?
For the last one, UKC, we have to choose 3 or 5 with it.
UKB and 254 at the same time.
You will delete it all?
If you have done it, do not delete it. For the ones they didn't catch the point, guys. Okay, now you are going to click on define section properties again. This time we are going to select what?
Slab.
Deck sections, right? Go to define section properties and you are going to click on deck sections, okay? Here you are going to define a new property over here. And last week I showed you that how you are going to select these data. Everyone remember last week? From the Richard Lee Steel Decking Systems, right? From there you are going to see that what are these parameters, okay? Right now we are going to go with the ones which are already defined over here, okay? At home try this one. But be careful here, what we are going to do first. What type of material do we have? We have fill it with concrete, right? You are going to select the filled one. Slab material, which kind of material do we have? So, no, slab material is concrete. C25/30. For the deck material, you are going to select for 275 megapascal, okay? Everyone got it?
Yes.
Again, first of all, give the property name. Let us say that this is RD, rib deck, okay? What type of material do we have? What type of slab do we have? Rib deck, it's a filled, okay? Filled with concrete. Slab material is concrete, so you are going to define the one you already defined it before, which is C25/30. And for the deck material, 275 megapascal, okay? So after defining them, what you are going to do, you are going to define the property data for the particular rib deck, okay? So for example, that you have selected rib deck E60, okay? So you are going to see the specifications of that rib deck and you are going to input those parameters over here, okay?
For the specification, from where we can identify that you also.
It's on the web page.
Okay.
So how you are going to define these specifications? Go to this info over here and all these specification information is given to you, like what is this slab at TC, so it means that which value you are going to read from that standard, okay? Understood? Everyone got it? If you didn't ask me the question, like you didn't get this point. Everyone? So after defining duplex section, you are going to press OK. So here you should have this RD, okay, which means that we have defined this one. And do not forget to press OK. If you don't press OK, it means that you are unable to define the loop, okay. So click on OK. So right now you have defined all the sections, okay.
We have to save.
Now save it again. So after, as I told you, after defining the critical properties, you have to save your model, okay? Why? Because sometimes an abnormal activity happens and it terminates the program, okay? Why? Because it's okay to save it. So now what we are going to do, we are going to define what? Diaphragms. Okay? All of you know what is the meaning of diaphragm?
I don't know what's this.
Okay, I will show you what's the meaning of that one. So right now by default, there is one diaphragm which is being defined in this tab. How many stories we have? 1, 2 and 3, right? It means that we have to define 3 diaphragms, okay? What is the meaning of diaphragm? Why do we apply it? The main reason is that we want our each story to behave as a single object, not individual, okay? So when we define for each story will act as a single particular object, not a different, and it should act as a rigid one, okay? So let us see that by default there was already one diaphragm, okay? So let us see that what are the data which is there over there. It should be rigid, okay? So the rigidity is rigid there, so it means that we can select the one already over there. For the second one, we have to define D2. Again, it should be rigid. Click OK. And for the third one, again D3 rigid and press OK. So right now you should have 3 diaphragms, okay? 1, 2 and 3. All of you have 3 diaphragms? Click OK. Now the next step is that you have to define what? Load patterns. So we have, what happened? So right now, how many load patterns do you have in British Standard? How many load patterns do you have in British Standard? 4. Dead load, live load,
Wind.
earthquake,
Wind.
What is the fourth one?
Snow.
Snow. But we are not snow load. But we are not interested in snow load, right? In some places we don't have snow. So we have 3 patterns over here: dead, live, and wind. Snow. So first of all, if you see that for the first one, the dead and live loads are already being defined over here. The only thing you are going to define is wind load. Okay. Go to define, click on load patterns, and right now by default you see that you have dead load and live load, okay? We are going to define over here, add one more pattern which is called wind load. Write wind over there. So then you have to type which type of the load it is. So click on the type and wind load. Self rate of the wind 0, right? For the live load and the wind it is 0. Why it is 0? Why we always define for the dead load as 1? Because it is for the dead load, it's obvious that it will have some self rate. So for this, in which region, for example, we are going to select for the lateral load for the wind? You are going to select BS 6399. This is the standard. It is also available on your web page, and you can see that what are the parameters required for wind load criteria. So click on add new load. After clicking it, you will have 3 different loads. Everyone?
Yes.
Got this point? Okay, let me see that.
Okay.
You have to write here. It means that you have to find these material properties, these load patterns. Why I say you to press OK? Sometimes you click on add new load, but you forget to press OK and cancel it. It means that you didn't define any pattern. Okay. So let us go back to these patterns again. Load pattern. Click on wind load. And then you have to click on modify lateral load. There are 2 options, right? Click on modify lateral loads, okay? Here are the things you are going to define them. And how you are going to know these things? You have to read the British Standard 6399, okay? This is front coefficient and rear coefficient. Other names of these coefficients are windward or leeward, okay? It's up to you. So you are going to read these coefficients according to the location and the parameters of your building, okay? Either your building is located, for example, in a town near to the sea, shore, whatever it is. And what is the effective speed? You have to go through the map of the Cyprus there, in which region you are going to, for example, design. I think for the mouse side it's 25 meters per second, I don't remember right now. And the most important part here is that if you see the elevation of the building, the wind load starts from the base over here. What happens if I add one basement over here? Let us say this is minus 3 meters.
There is no
No.
So below ground level, is there any wind load?
No.
So you are going to select from the base from 0, up to 9.5, okay? Everyone got this point?
Okay.
So click OK and again OK. Now what is the next step? Anyone? I have to define the load combination.
Assign. Join.
So load combinations, go to define load combinations.
A new home.
It is up to you. Either you want to add by yourself one by one, or by default ETABs have these load combinations for the latest standard, okay? So click on add default design combinations. So you have steel frame design. Okay. Select the ones which are steel frame design, composite beam design. Do we have concrete frame design?
No.
No need to select this one. Do we have any shear wall?
No.
Do we have concrete slab?
Yes.
No. Yes, we have. So you have to select 3 of them, okay?
You don't have formula.
Yes,
We don't have.
We don't have. Yes, we don't have. We don't have.
Okay, no need for slab. Eh?
No, we have.
Okay, I think it's version 13. Okay, for right now we are going to select 2 of them. Steel frame design and composite beam design. Select only these 2.
I selected slab.
Go out.
No need to select the third one, okay?
Sir, I selected. What should I do?
Everyone?
No, I did not.
Got this point? Okay.
Sir, if we selected, is it a big deal?
No, but just like
You are so cool, man.
so here you should have these combinations, okay? If you, for example, roll over these combinations or hover over these, you are going to see that what are these combinations. For example, for the first one, it is 1.4 times dead load. Second one is the cell 1 that self-weight multiplier 1.0 dead load. And the fourth one is 1.4 dead loads plus 1.6 live load. It means that it is going good. Click OK. Now you have defined all the necessary parameters. Okay. So now what you are going to do? Can anyone tell me?
Start
Drawing the. Now we have to start drawing the. What is the time?
10 5.
Half an hour left.
So we can continue next hour.
So you are going to draw these elements right now. What you are going to either, for example, you can go to draw, or if you see that you have one vertical tab over here. These are the ones you can draw quickly. Okay. So let us go step by step. Go to draw tab at the top. Draw beam column. First of all, you are going to start with columns. Okay. You have to define your columns. So quick draw columns over here. Click on quick draw. Now, if you see that over here at the bottom left corner, you have property. You are going to select the defined section over here. Okay. So for the property, select UKC, right? What you are defining column right now. So scroll over there and select the one which is 254 by 254 by 160.
Yeah, B or C? 160 we don't have, sir.
Sorry, 16, not 160. The last one here, UKC, not UKB. Right now you are defining column, so it means that you are going to select the property for universal column.
167 you mean, sir, right? 167, not 60.
First you say there is no 160, then you are saying 167. Decide on it.
167 we have. 167.
So 254 by 254 by 167, right? So click on it. And the second thing is that the moment release should be continuous. And you have to start locating your columns from 0 point from over here, okay? At this point. So define this for me, I'm going to check that, okay? Define them in your plan. Everyone define for each grade system. Right now, I am at story 3. I should be at story 1 right now, right? Not at story 3. So what you are going to do first thing is that you are going to read at this tab, at this window, that at which story you are working with. So right now I am at story 3, so I have to go to story 1, not base, story 1. So in order to go to the story, for you see these arrows at the top. If you click these arrows, you can see that at which story right now. I clicked and I am right now at base. Yes. You have to read these as well. So go to the story 1. So everyone is at story 1 right now? Yes. Everyone? Yes. Yes. So you have to start defining the columns. It's better to start defining from the 0 coordinate system from here, okay? It means that you have to start working from A1 grid system, okay? So start defining them 0, 0, 6, 0, and 12, 0.
Again, what?
considered.